This is part 2 of Tippy's progress. We just do a lot of the same from the first video here. We're just going to continue to get her to face us and relax and eventually walk towards us. Again, we're just working on her being comfortable near us and uncomfortable if she walks away or ignores us. Just speeding through this footage a little bit. It's a lot of the same. I mean, you can kind of see what's going on. We just do this for a couple days. I think this is day 2, and then here's day 3, and it's already much better. We can get her to follow us a lot better now, stay near us. We can play with it a little bit, kind of go back and forth, start moving a little bit quicker, and just see how much we can do and have her stay with us. And we'll just keep developing this a little bit more and more, where she'll always want to be near us, when we want her to. Here, just rubbing on some of those sensitive areas, jumping around a little bit, just doing random things to see if she'll get a little nervous and walk away, or still just stay with us. We can even do some of the desensitizing, whereas before on the first day or two, she had to be on the lead line when we were desensitizing her and working on this, because she'd walk around and we'd want to stay with her. But here, we can start doing some of this stuff and just leave her free, and she'll still just hang out. And we want to do the same stuff on the other side. You want to keep both sides equal. Sometimes horses will be good on one side, but on the other, they'll be more nervous or, just act differently. And so you want to make sure both sides are good. We're doing some of the same desensitizing with her belly and her back here, when we're up on the block. This is kind of where she has the bigger issue. Obviously the difference now today, we can do this with her not on the lead line. We can get her to come up to the block, stay here, even when she gets a little uncomfortable with us rubbing on her. She might pin her ears or think about nipping at me, but she won't walk away. A lot of this is boring, repetition, just keep doing the same thing. But already, she's starting to get a lot quicker to where she'll lower her head and relax when I'm rubbing on her. Just doing things to where if you were to bump her when you were getting on her with your leg or just little stuff like that, she doesn't react, she just relaxes. And the same thing as the other side. This time though, she decided to walk away a little bit. She took a couple of steps, and we have to start being a little bit picky on that. So I sent her off, and then just bring her back in. I can start to just lower my hand here and kind of say, come here, and she'll just walk over and follow where you point her. And the other thing you can do with the nipping and the biting is getting a good backup. So desensitizing the area is the first part that we've been doing, and then the other part of it is making sure she'll back away from us really well. And horses that will do that, also won't bite, generally. Her backup's okay. She responds well. She backs up with some energy. We'd like her to be a little bit more responsive, you know, so I don't have to use as much energy. And we want her to do it more relaxed, you know, without her head up and hollowing out a bit. But right now, we're just focused on her, you know, moving away when I apply the cue. And we're going to do some of the same riding we've been doing in the previous video, part 1. You know, just getting on her, walk around a little bit, get off, you know, coming to the mounting block, rubbing on her, you know, just keeping her calm, getting her used to this process without getting nervous or worried about anything. Once all this is pretty good, which it's pretty close, you know, she's still a little fussy about her belly. But at this point, we'll start working with the saddle here soon, putting it on, doing up the girth. You know, that was a sensitive area for her where she'd get fussy. And so we just need to start desensitizing her in that area and getting her comfortable with that again. And so that will be coming in some of the next videos coming up.